Hello everyone, it's Kay. Welcome to my speed build. So today I'm building a spa located on the beach. So I decided to do this by, I first decided that I wanted to build in Sulani. So I went into Sulani and then I was like, well, what sort of lot type should I build? And I put all the lot types into that random generator thing again, and I left out beach and bar, I think, because Sulani already has a bunch of beaches, obviously, and a bar. So I put the rest in there and spun it, and I ended up getting a spa, which was pretty exciting because I think beach and spa, are two really good things that you can kind of blend together. So that is what we went for. I also, you'll notice that each part of the spa is in different pieces. There's 5 different rooms here, and they're not connected by, hallways or other rooms. And that idea was actually my sister's. She came in here one day when I was playing and was like, you should build a build where there's a bunch of different rooms, but none of them are connected. And so I finally decided to do it on this build because it was one that idea worked really well with. So when she came in and saw it, she was really excited. She was like, oh, you used my idea. I'm so happy. So yeah, here it is, my beach spa. So right now I've got all the rooms down and the roofs on, and I decided to try to use the platforms to try to cover up the walkways so that, if they come to the beach and it's raining or something and they're walking around to these different rooms at the spa, they're not getting rained on. But it stays on there for quite a while throughout the video, but I do eventually just ditch the whole thing. I didn't like how it looked, so I ended up deleting it. So yeah, so this is a spa, so we need at least 4 pieces of spa equipment, and I very quickly get 4 by making a whole bunch of those saunas. I think there's 3 right now, but I do end up adding a 4th one. But yeah, so I do the saunas, and then I'm like, oh, well, there's all 4, but I do end up adding other spa things. But that wall over there, because if you've ever been to an actual spa, like a day spa or whatever, they have a bunch of, the hot rooms, right? The saunas, and they have different types of heat. Like you might have one with a drier heat, one with a more humid heat. They come with different rocks. So one might have big lumpy rocks on the floor. One might have sand. They've just got all these different things. So the idea of my 4 sauna rooms over there is kind of inspired by that. You can't actually have different types of, rocks and heat in your saunas in The Sims, so I just kind of gave them all different colors, which you'll see later when I go through and do the wallpapers and stuff. But it looks kind of cute, I thought, and I tried to make it with a realistic sauna in mind as far as that went. So it is a beach, right? So I did add the beachy roofs. Yeah, and here's where I have the platforms up there, and I was trying to find a wood color that kind of matched the color of the roofs, and that was about as close as I could get. By the way, I did use just Spa Day since we were building a spa, so obviously we need that pack. And then I also used Island Living. Wow. Yeah, so I used Island Living, Spa Day, and obviously Base Game to do this build. So not a whole lot of packs. I did double check at the end when I uploaded it to make sure that I didn't have any extra items, and we're good. I didn't accidentally throw in any other ones from another pack. Because sometimes if I copy and paste something, it'll get rid of my filters, and then when I go back, I don't notice, and I might accidentally pick an item without thinking about it that's from a different pack. But we did not do that this time, so we're good. So here I'm building the bathroom. I messed around with different layouts at first because I wanted to have like little bathroom stalls on the sides, but without actually having toilet stalls since that's in university. But I wanted each one to have a toilet and a shower so that, you know, if people come to a spa, you generally want to take a shower first before you're going in there and like laying down on their massage tables and, you know, on the floors in their saunas and, you know, you want to be clean. So we need to take a shower first. So I messed around with it. I ended up making this middle part bigger because I wanted to have the lockers at the back, which is a requirement. You need to have at least one storage locker. And then in the middle, I will put the sinks so that when the Sims see, we've got boys and girls, men and women can both come in here into the middle part, and then on one side we've got the girls, you know, toilet and shower, and on the other side we've got the men's toilet and shower, and so then they can come out to the center area and, you know, put their stuff away in the lockers, you know, get stuff out of the lockers when they're ready to go, but still have the stalls for privacy, and then, you know, the sinks are in the middle so they can wash their hands and yada, yada, yada. So that's kind of the layout that I went with for the bathrooms. It ends up looking all right. It's definitely a little different, but it works. It is functional. So yeah, my whole color scheme in here was like brown, black, and gray mostly, and then there's like little hints of like lighter brown. I put that weird little wall there in the middle separating the sinks that I could put a mirror on at both sinks since they're like in the middle and facing each other. I ended up putting mirrors on the front wall too, but yeah, there's plenty of mirrors. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have put mirrors in the actual little bathroom stalls too, so that when you're actually like getting dressed and undressed, you can look in the mirror and see what you look like. That would have been helpful in hindsight, but that's okay. So the buildings were looking a little bit bland on the outside because, you know, it is a business. So there's not anything too crazy going on. So I added all these little, I don't know, awnings. Yeah, I added all the awnings all over the place to kind of give the buildings a little more character. I have all these pillars right now all along the deck. Those all go away because they were kind of, the whole idea was that they were there to hold up the platforms on top that cover the walkways, but since I get rid of the platforms, I decided that I should probably also get rid of the pillars. And so I do have pillars like on at least a couple of the buildings right now. And so I leave all those. Those are fine. And there might be some buildings that I add a little bit more to if I haven't finished them all already. But yeah, so I'm still waiting for me to get rid of that platform up there because it's just so terrible. This part here. Okay, so I don't remember. Yeah, so I moved it out because then I was gonna pull the deck out one more, and of course, for some reason it decided, oh well, we're going to make these two things different levels because we can, and so then I couldn't connect them anymore. So I, you know, bet on a long shot and picked the stairs to see if the stairs would connect them, and it did. So I was like, okay, fine, we'll just connect it with the stairs because it kind of looks cool anyway, and I can leave my back part there where I wanted it. So I do add some fence. I was like, maybe I can move it back a little bit more, but no, the stairs wouldn't work then, so I had to stay where it was. It was either that or just keep it attached. So I don't know, I really liked how it looked with the stairs and there's that space being there between the deck and the back part. Oh, here's where I add all the color in. So I picked the tile that I wanted, and then I just picked like 4 different swatches and put 4 different colors in. So I kind of, you know, based them off of the lamps that I'd put in there earlier, which I just noticed it looks like those are kind of sitting like on the window panes. Oh well, too late now. So yeah, so I've got the saunas over there, I've got the bathrooms on the right. So here in the middle is the massage room. So I didn't want to really partition the room up with walls, So I decided to use those dividers instead. So yeah, so I used the dividers. I put in the little meditation stools in here to start with, but I decided later that trying to fit like 6 different little sections inside this one little room was a bit too much, because I couldn't get the massage tables to really fit in a way that would make sense for a masseuse to be able to walk around the whole thing. So I do make the room a little bit bigger, but it was still not quite enough because I have 2 massage tables there and there, and then I also put massage chairs there up at the front on both sides. So it really just wasn't working. There wasn't enough space for this many things. So I moved the meditation stools outside to that back little pavilion area. And that ends up becoming like the little meditation yoga area. So the stools go back there. I put some yoga mats back there, and it's just a really chillax area with all the open sides of the pavilion looking out over the water. I thought it would be a great place to do yoga or just relax and meditate. So that's where those end up going. I do have some exciting news, guys. So this will be my last speed build with these graphic settings, because just today, I say today, when will this be posted? It'll be posted Friday the 9th, 10th, 11th, so December 11th. My sister got a new gaming computer, like a really nice one, like $4,000 nice, and their old computer was also a gaming computer, but she didn't get rid of it because I like to game a little bit too. Obviously, here I am doing The Sims, but my computer is a mid-range office computer. So when I play, my graphics are on low, like low. Like everything says low. The shadows, or not the shadows. I do have shadows on low, but like reflections, off. Like there are some things like I don't even use at all. I think the one thing that I would use a step above the lowest option was like the render distance. I don't know if that's what they call it in The Sims. That's what they call it in Minecraft. But the render distance was set high because I like to zoom out. And if you zoom out when it's low, like everything just turns into a gray cloud. And I couldn't handle that. I need to be able to zoom out. So yeah, that was my fanciest setting on my old computer. But I got home and she got it all set up. Like my hard drive, was moved into the new one. She had an old SSD that she reconfigured and put in there as well. I haven't figured out how that works yet because I'm not sure if you can just start putting things on there. I'm not a very good computer hardware person. That's what she's for, right? I go to her with all my questions. But yeah, so I set up an account for the GeForce graphics cards so that I could get all the drivers installed. And I went in game, and it kind of like the GeForce program or whatever, like auto configures graphics settings for your games, depending on like your GPU and CPU and all that. So I went in game and it had already configured it, and it said like graphics setting ultra, like everything was high or very high, and I got in game and like it just looked so sharp and pretty. I'm pretty stoked, you guys. So what I'm getting at is that my next speed build, I will have all of the new fancy graphics when I'm recording, and the quality of my video should greatly improve. I'm really excited about it. So yeah. So anyway, back to the build. It looks like my massage room is coming together very nicely. I decided to go with like a kind of pink and red and white theme. You can see that I did move out the meditation stools, so those should be in the back now. I'm just adding like little decorations, little candles, flowers. I added that drink tray. So this room here, I have failed to mention, is like the check-in area. So I kind of used that little like circle type thing that came with the spa day pack. It's like the spa symbol or whatever. But I added that little symbol in a few places throughout the build. But yeah, I think the massage room turned out really cute. I put that sink in there because if you go somewhere to get a massage, I mean, obviously cleanliness is a virtue, and so I figured that the masseuses kind of needed a sink in there so that they could go in there and wash their hands before they give you your massage. So that's what that is in there for. So right now, to the main, the 3 main parts of the spa. Wait, is there 3? 1, 2, 3. I guess there's 4. There's 4 plus the check-in room. But I'm just kind of going through and adding extra, like decorative things. Like I added some hanging towels to each of these. There's some hooks outside of each sauna. So, yeah, just little things to kind of pull the theme together. And then I think this room here is pretty much the last thing that I work on. So it is like a check-in area. Oh yeah, I forgot about all the bamboo. It is a check-in area. So I'll have kind of like a desk there when you first walk in the door. That door that I will be changing because it looks terrible there. But there's a desk, and then I put the counters that come with spa day. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's spa day. That come with spa day on either side. And I kind of like, use BB dot move objects so that they're like kind of overlapping so the desk looks like it's sitting in between them. And so yeah, so there's the desk there, there's the couch. It's kind of like a waiting area, if you come in and the receptionist is working on something, yada yada yada. So then I just put in some plants, some decorations, and ta-da, looks like a basic reception area. I really wanted to use these. I looked for them like early in the video because they're just probably one of the coolest items in the game. I don't know. I just really love glass. But I decided to put them back there because it was really the only place that made sense. You can see I just tried to put some out there on the rest of the deck and it just didn't look good. But I put them back there next to the meditation area. I think I'm about to add the yoga mats here in a second after I add that paint. But yeah, so you can go back there, meditate, do yoga. While you're doing that, you can kind of like see down into the water through the glass. And I don't know, I just thought it sounded really cool and fun. So I put those back there. And then I figured that, if we come out here in the evening, we'll still need some form of light. So I use these really long ones that I usually wouldn't use anywhere else because I don't like building with like the medium or tall wall heights. So I use the really long lights to put over the glass back here, and I thought that was fun. Well, I did end up ending my recording a little bit early. After this, I do start going into the landscaping, some final touches around the rest of the build, and yada yada yada. But this is basically it. I will have some screenshots here at the end so that you can actually see the final result of each room up close, and that will be it for today. So leave a like if you enjoyed the video and drop a comment to let me know what you think. Hit subscribe if you want to know what we're up to, and I will see everybody next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.